All right. And with that, we are now live. Happy Monday and welcome back to another edition of our stay at home open mic. That is our Monday night online open mic that we hold through Zoom and, of course, share it live with you guys here on YouTube. So if you guys were sticking around, we usually get together around 8 p.m. Mountain Time. And we do have people joining us from different time zones. But yeah, we usually open up a room, have a little green room, gather our poets and performers, hang out a little bit, and kick off the online stream, usually like 30 minutes into the hour. But of course, we do want to welcome you guys for coming back. If you are coming back, as always, you can check past shows. So if you missed one, you can go catch up, just like your favorite TV shows. And as I've often been told, a lot of people who can't tune in live listen to it during the week on their free time because there is a replay. And thanks to the works and efforts of Kit Wren, who's also, it's his birthday today. We're going to be celebrating a little bit, but don't tell anyone. All right. But yeah, we're here. Kit has gone and time stamped past shows so you can see certain performers. And so if you also are a performer and want to keep track of all your online performances, that's kind of a cool thing, maybe like a database. Or if you are tuning in for the first time, we welcome you. This is like any other open mic. If you want to perform, all you have to do is sign up. We do have a online form for people who do want to perform. I'll share it in a little bit in the link. It'll also be in the description of the video. And as long as we're live, you're more than welcome to sign up. Right now, we have enough space where, if you're watching the show and you feel like there's something that you end up wanting to share, like maybe a poem that you had written, a short story, maybe you have a song that you want to play. We do welcome music, poetry, and prose. As long as we want to try and keep it around 5 to 7 minutes of performance, right? Because we don't have too many people these days, we are a little bit more flexible on the time. With that said, once you start getting into 8 or 9 minutes, that's probably, we just want to make sure people have the attention span and get everyone on because it is late. I also call this the late show. Anyway, if you haven't already done so, you can find us online at the Barbed Wire Open Mic Series. That's basically if you go on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, you can just type that in, Barbed Wire Open Mic, and you can follow us. In addition to the online shows, we do have shows in person in El Paso, Texas. So if you are living in the area or ever driving through or passing through the area, definitely look us up. We do have a bunch of shows this week. We have 3 in-person shows this week. That's I guess I didn't plan that one out well enough. So tomorrow we're going to be downtown at Mona Bar of Modern Art. Thursday, we're going to be at Capri for our poetry night. Really looking forward to that one. We're actually going to debut the writing workshop. So that's going to be cool. That's Capri, where the old Lowbrow Palace used to be. That one's 21 plus. And then Friday, we're going to be at Craft Rhythm and Brews, where Kit will continue his debut, his rookie season as a host for BWOMS. He kicked it off last month at Craft Rhythm and Brews. So he continues on with the aid of Fernando Antonio Montejano, who has also been helping me host and run the shows. But yeah, that's kind of the updates for today. It is October. We definitely encourage, there's a lot of stuff that we encourage you, if you have any cool, like maybe spooky stuff that you want to share, 'tis the season, right? I want to give a shout out as well to Lee Martinez Soto, who would come often back in the day, part of the Birthday Twins, shares birthdays with Kit. Yeah. Lee's work is amazing and has been featured on our YouTube channel. So if you look in our archives, Lee did a really great presentation on calaveras literarios, right? So maybe we can revisit that a little bit this month as well. But like any other open mic, like I said, if you want to perform, you sign up 5 to 7 minutes. You are more than welcome to share original content or even covers, because as Kit likes to say, if musicians can do it, poets can do it. And it's really fun because, for me personally, and I know for a lot of my students who have tuned in, it is a great opportunity to discover new writers or new old writers, right? People who've been around, but maybe just didn't fly on your radar. There's a lot of great tributes that I've seen in hosting these. We've been here every single Monday since April of 2020. That is a lot of shows, that's a lot of people who perform. It's a lot of shows. It's a lot of cover poems. And tonight we continue that tradition. Let's say one more thing. Oh yes, if you're watching on the live stream, let us know you're here. One thing that really helps is if you're in the chat typing away, say hello, let us know where you're listening in from. We do have people who tune in from all over the world, because we do have people joining us from all over the world. And if there's any lines that you love that hit you in any particular way, when you interact in the live chat, it's our version of like being in a live show and people clapping and cheering and getting to see the audience. Otherwise, you as our audience, you're intangible. We don't know who you are, where you're listening in from. It could be anyone, but if you're typing in, that's a really cool way to interact with us. And of course, if you do, I will give you shout outs during the show. This is the part of the show where I talk the most. Thank you, right? But yeah, in between, I'll be introducing you to all the performers, encouraging them to share their social media handles, their websites, ways you can purchase their books or any merchandise that they have. Because support goes a long way here on this show, or any show, really. You're going to find out a lot more about them as this goes on. So the last thing that I do want to say before we get started, if you are an EPCC student tuning in for the Tejano Passport Program or extra credit, then all you have to do is send me an email. I do teach English at Rio Grande campus. You can find me on the registry, the email registry, if you just type in my last name, Marrufo. Or you can just message me through the Barbed Wire pages, Barbed Wire Open Mic on Facebook or Instagram. Or if you're here, I can also leave my email for you guys. Anyway, other than that, let's go ahead and get things started. Stick around. We're looking more forward to, as always, more great work. And we're going to kick things off again. It's a little dark in my room, but there's a lighthouse up ahead, and we're going to follow it. It's a digital lighthouse because he's going to speak about the lighthouse riders, but also he's our very own lighthouse. Let's go ahead and kick things off, as we often do in Denver, with Mike Sindler. What's up, Mike?
Yes,
Yo.
yes. Like you said, lighthouseriders.org. Such a wonderful, wonderful thing. I got to spend yesterday with Ilya Kaminsky and Katie Ferris, listening to them read their poems and do a workshop with them on metaphor that was enlightening. And thanks to the Lighthouse, I'm going to get to go see Ocean Vuong on Wednesday. It's a rough life, man. It's just but speaking of people who do have a rough life, I have like certain limits on things, and I just like unfollowed somebody on Facebook today because if you don't get how TERFs are hurting trans people, I just can't deal with you. I can't be an ally unless I stand up for those trans people who are being hurt. So I'm just going to read this, called Safe Being You. You do not have to wait until you learn compassion for yourself to practice compassion for others. You do not have to perfect compassion for others to start having compassion for yourself. You do not have to agree with loved ones to agree that you should love them. You do not have to put up with toxic loved ones just because you are supposed to love them. You do not have to chalk up your history as failure to move past history you still cling on to. You do not have to let go of what is tender to let go of what burns or cuts you. You do not have to be what you were told that you are to be what you see as true. You do not have to let fear guide for you to decide and feel safe being you. And, I just feel real strongly that people's truth of what they are is what they say it is, and not what somebody else decides. That being said, I'm going to read a couple old things. I thought I'd read a couple sonnets. This first one's called The Commission. I was told that I should write a sonnet, that it would be of comfort and uplift souls. I replied I'd soon get right on it, but in the meantime, there was Dr. Scholl's. If the afflicted feet weren't iambic, those foam inserts would just do the trick. But if required to be pedantic, a verse would be forthcoming in a tick. However, if ticks would be a problem, another type of bug would do instead. Fleas could be made to swallow a poem, the kind of rhyme that makes you scratch your head. I don't know why the request was withdrawn. A sense of humor is sine qua non. And the other sonnet, which I'm doing these primarily just for Mercedes because she's been holding up the banner for sonnets here with both Shakespearean and Petrarchan lately, which has been very impressive to see her work. So this is another sonnet that sort of creeps into the October-y mood. It's called Overdue. Down row after gray metal row of shelves, through book after mildewed forgotten book, still looking to find out about ourselves with no reflection, just an absent look. Riding elevators from floor to floor, it would take a miracle to escape. Trying to trigger the electric door, no sensors can detect our present shape. No spell or magic can set us free, locked in a universe of words unsaid, wandering these aisles for eternity. Libraries are more fun when you're not dead. If it would help us escape these confines, I'd gladly pay any overdue fines. Okay, and moving on to the hat. As I said, I saw Ilya Kaminsky, and he was freaking amazing. And I'm just going to do one short one of his. It's called A Cigarette. Watch. Vasenka citizens do not know they are evidence of happiness. In a time of war, each is a ripped out document of laughter. Watch, God. Deaf have something to tell that not even they can hear. Climb a roof in central square of this bombarded city. You will see. One neighbor thieves a cigarette. Another gives a dog a pint of sunlit beer. You will find me, God, like a dumb pigeon's beak. I am pecking every which way at astonishment. And I also wanted to read, I mentioned before during the green room portion of the show that Linda Hogan is also coming in November to Lighthouse to do a thing, but another of the people that are going to be part of this poetry fest is Victoria Aduke Bully, who is, I think, a Nigerian English writer, and this is one of hers. It's called Air. Friend, I saw you sitting at the window of yourself, high up in the loft, watching it all go on without you. I was ice, and you were almost shadow. I waved like a child on a passing boat. Unsure of whether or not this counts, I want us to remember the unreadable air, how it waits to be recast by the touch of our lungs, our breath alone, a most humble poem. In, out, the couplet we write without thinking, don't go. We must stay alive to our place in the family of green and breathing things that use even our sighs to make sweetness from light. What grace! Allow what is simple to be simple. Accept it as truth. Quiet as it's kept, we help the trees to breathe too. Oh, she's from Guyana, and she lives in England, by the way. How am I on time?
I think you're good for one more. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to. It's a little long, but you know, talking with Doc. I just got all worked up to do this one. It's by the great Carl Sandburg, and it's called Chicago, his most famous poem. Hog butcher for the world, tool maker, stacker of wheat, player with railroads and the nation's freight handler, stormy, husky, brawling, city of big shoulders. They tell me you were wicked, and I believe them, for I've seen your painted women under the gas lamps, luring farm boys. And they tell me you are crooked, and I answer, yes, it is true. I have seen the gunman kill and go free to kill again. And they tell me you are brutal, and my reply is, on the faces of women and children, I have seen the marks of wanton hunger. And having answered so, I turn once more to those who sneer at this my city, and I give them back the sneer, and I say to them, come and show me another city with lifted head, singing so proud to be alive, and coarse and strong and cunning, flinging magnetic curses amid the toil of piling job on job. Here is a tall, bold slugger set vivid against the little soft cities. Fierce as a dog with tongue lapping for action, cunning as a savage pitted against the wilderness, bareheaded, shoveling, wrecking, planning, building, breaking, rebuilding, under the smoke dust of all his mouth laughing with white teeth, under the terrible burden of destiny, laughing as a young man laughs, laughing as even an ignorant fighter laughs who has never lost a battle, bragging and laughing that under his wrist is the pulse and under his ribs the heart of the people, laughing the stormy, husky, brawling laughter of youth, half naked, sweating, proud to be hog butcher, tool maker, stacker of wheat, player with railroad and freight handler to the nation. Thank you very much.
Little Elvis, thank you very much. Mike has left the building. Now I'm just kidding. Thank you so much, as always, for your work and the poem. Yeah, that got out of the way. Sometimes I'll leave the spotlight on a little too long. My bad. So this is the online show. What is going on, everyone? If you're just tuning in, this is our online mic. We're here every Monday. And if you want to read, be on the lookout for the link. I'll share that in just a moment. Yeah, very solid set, Mike, for sure. So we're going to go from Denver to South Euclid, Ohio, where we have, in fact, Mike mentioned it right now. Doc was recently featured on his city's website as the poet laureate. And that was really cool. The poem kind of reminded him a little bit of Carl Sandburg, which inspired the last cover poem. So thus, the perfect thread to our next performer. That's right, South Euclid, Ohio. It's the poet maester, Doc Janning. What's going on, Doc? How's it going?
Well, it's going.
All right.
But ask me again tomorrow. I may know more. Oh, I gotta plug in so that I don't lose power. Okay. We'll start with Mystic Voyage. Painted runes and echoes of life, whispered in magic and music, of the wind between the stars, become lucid dreams of light in an eternal dance of silence. A millennium wrapped in the moment, an unbound beauty of just before, sketched in the geography of light, inscribed in ancient canyons of time, mapping a mystic voyage into a new day. Infinity cloaked in chaos and change, a perilous venture of arcane unknowns, across Chthonian seas of every when, beyond uncharted lands of nevermore, and the mountains of remembering. It is a dance of the ninth wave and the future. It is a dance of infinite possibilities. It is a dance of dimensions and existence on the warp and weft of a surreal loom, becoming the endless tapestry of the multiverse. And I need some dihydrogen monoxide. That's good. Ageless dreams, beyond the unreasoning caverns of night and whispers of an ancient dawn, lie the sleeping hills of tomorrow. They await the first light kiss of sun and clarion call of the coming day, to awaken in the joy of morning. Sun rises in its sublime impermanence, sailing across the blue baldachin of sky, toward the brilliant zenith of noon. The hills glow and stretch in the ninth wave, and the landscape of life adds infinite variety to the progression of time and change. The majestic pinnacle of day past, sun begins its measured catabasis toward evening and its sensuous warmth. Thence to its languorous barge of dreams, neath Knox's enveloping blanket of dark, amid sacred reveries of a future yet to be. And the hills dream in ageless dreams of all the tomorrows beyond tomorrow, in anticipation of a new dawn. I'm reaching back 7 years for this one. Songs of the Multiverse. In the serenity and quiet of nature, close your eyes, open your soul, listen to the songs of the multiverse, and understand the all of being. This is titled The One Who Looks for You. It's based on a line from the poem Paths of the Mirror by Alejandra Pizarnik. It's in the book of her poetry, Removing the Stone of Madness. And the line is, all night long I write to look for the one who looks for me. I also write to look for you in the vastness of the night. I reach out to feel your echo as I seek through time and space. I listen in loneliness to hear your soul as it cries with ageless yearning. I see your angst with my longing psyche as it mirrors my empty self. I seek for you, eternal love, as I move through gathering dark. And I will finish with a poem I believe I probably read here before, but you could hear it again. The song of Euclid Creek. Now, Euclid Creek is a creek which runs through a park which essentially starts in the city just south of us and proceeds through 3 other cities until it empties into Lake Erie. The sound of Euclid Creek streaming, a susurration in ancient stony bed, an ageless, soothing, meditative melody, echoes in wind-blown moments of leaves, passes sun-dappled shade along its banks, and sings eon-old songs of bluestone. Amid scattered remnants of quarried bluestone, random shafts of golden sunlight streaming illuminate trees, stone, and shale along the banks. Trees now shading autumn's leafy bed, dehissed colors of once green leaves, a premonition of winter in glowing melody. It is a timeless, sonorous, rhapsodic melody, writ large and shaped in notes of bluestone. It underpins meadow and shrub, forest and leaves, with the songs of life and living streaming through through ancient glaciers gouged in stony bed along the valley's sinuous lake-bound banks. Men have walked and worked along these banks, listening, living, and working to the creek's melody, wresting sleeping stones from their ancient bed for sidewalks, stair treads, and curbs of bluestone, that more humanity may come streaming to enjoy shapes, colors, and shade of leaves. Plangent call of jays resound through the leaves, echoing from hillsides above the riverine banks, speaking appreciation of Euclid Creek's streaming as they slake their thirst to its ancient melody, oblivious to their daily sights of bluestone, branches of trees, not ageless stone, their bed. Afternoon sun sinks slowly to its nighttime bed, adding darker shadows neath the leaves, calling forth arcane, silent voices of bluestone and shades of the past dim and darken the banks, as the creek sings its endless ancient melody, and silvered moonlight comes streaming. And so we sing of Euclid Creek's stony streaming bed, accompanied by susurrus melody of leaves, echoing ever along lake-bound banks of bluestone. Thank you. And that last poem was my first sestina.
All right, cool. Thank you for that, Doc. Appreciate it. Cheers. I appreciate those pieces. Yeah. Mike saying it there too in the chat. Easy to see why he's the poet laureate there. Yeah, Euclid, huh? Gonna have to all you guys, when you guys talk about home, I'm like, dang, when I tour eventually, I gotta hit you guys all up. We'll see what's going on in your neck of the woods. All right. So we're gonna keep going. Once again, welcome everyone. That was Doc Janning out of South Euclid, Ohio. And we're gonna go ahead and keep traveling on along for this online mic. And we're gonna head more east. In fact, we're gonna check in on our main man in Maine. That's right. It's time for Generalissimo Brian Franco. What's up, Brian? Good to see you again. Happy Monday. Hey.
I was in Atlanta this weekend. On the way up, I was sitting. Well, my oldest brother gave me points, and he actually to fly out there because it was my nephew's engagement party. And it turned out he gave me a first class seat. So I actually brought my poetry book to read all the way through because I hadn't read it in a long time. And I read it, and then I put it on the armrest. They have these big wide armrests in first class. I've never been in first class before. I went to sleep, and when I woke up, the woman sitting next to me was reading the book, and she wanted to buy one, which was pretty awesome. And so that's the first time I ever had someone buy a book from me, and I didn't even have to ask or promote. So that's cool. So, but anyways, this first poem is from the book, and it's called, if I can find it, or where did I have it? Why I Keep a Midwife on Speed Dial. Anger does not always happen as screaming, yelling, stomping of feet, fist clenching, teeth gritting, furrowed brows, tattered nerves. Anger is not always born of aggression. It can be born of hurt and confusion from a womb unaware of the existence of pregnancy, conceived via an act of deception or betrayal, from a night of passion that materialized into a morning after that transformed into an insidious, compartmentalized ghost. Anger is not always loud. Anger can exist in silence and stagnation. Anger may not have hard edges that cut and bruise all who come in contact with it. It can be soft. It can be amorphous, made of quicksand, encompassing its host in suspended animation.
Your sound has gone wonky.
Okay, hold on. Let's just go on here.
Yeah, we lost your sound, man. Get close to the mic or whatever, or turn your video off.
Turn your camera off, and if
Yeah,
Richie
we've
will let
seen
you
them,
start
Nora. It's
over.
okay.
Hold on. I'll do this. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go back to the beginning then. All right. Okay. Why I Keep a Midwife on Speed Dial. Anger does not always happen as screaming, yelling, stomping of feet, fist clenching, teeth gritting, furrowed brows, tattered nerves. Anger is not always born of aggression. It can be born of hurt and confusion from a womb unaware of the existence of its pregnancy, conceived via an act of deception or betrayal, from a night of passion that materialized into a morning after that transformed into an insidious, compartmentalized ghost. Anger is not always loud. Anger can exist in silence and stagnation. Anger may not have hard edges that cut and bruise all who come in contact with it. It can be soft. It can be amorphous, made of quicksand, encompassing its host in suspended animation, causing phantom paralysis till whoever owns it realizes the phantom is a phantom, a figment of an emotion or feeling or reaction to a life event or events that happened in the past. That is exactly what it is, the past, which can't exist in the present or future due to the fact that the past can only exist in the past. Then the anger starts to shed its skin to reveal a hollow inside that is a breath long held, now exhaled and let go. And I did this yesterday in Daryl Fun's workshop, which is part of Java Speaks, hosted by Teresa Davis. He always says the first 30 minutes is this small workshop. And his prompt was, "This is where I leave you. This is where I leave you. It'll be a tough order. You've been around so long, it's like you're one of those little lumps a doctor takes an x-ray or MRI of and reports to the patient the lump is a twin that was deprived of nutrition, died in the womb, and fused themselves to their brother or sister. There's no one I know who would not suffer emotional trauma from such information. I realize now that all the space your penchant for drama takes up is your methodology of turning me into one of those lumps. And to be honest, as a result of seeing my current therapist, I now refuse to be your latest lump achievement. Today, I am wielding a psychological scalpel, performing a lumpectomy on you and leaving you in the past." Just two more pieces. The top of the page. This is called The Final Renunciation of a Citizenship. She stared at the home she was raised in, a home her father carved from swampy woodland, a place that should not feel foreign to her, but did. Her mother passed 3 years prior from emphysema, diagnosed over 30 years after quitting smoking. Her father remained there. She asked him to move in with her and the kids. He declined. He needed the familiarity of this structure, much of which came from trees on the land. The wide planked pecanwood floors were a slight pinkish color that qualified as muted rust. The rough-hewn ponderosa pine walls felt and looked like cedar, but smelled sweeter. The porch railing, which was originally metal, was replaced with crepe myrtle branches harvested from trees her mom asked her dad to plant that he crepe murdered 4 years later. He committed crepe murder every other year since and fashioned branches into canes he gave as gifts to elderly friends and relatives or sold at the church holiday bazaar. This now empty home was a rebirth of things taken from the land. Now empty of both her parents' furniture and bric-a-brac, she relinquished its future to a real estate agent. She walked across the floors, ran her fingers along the walls. The stairs still had a telltale squeak on the fourth to last step. After she realized the hand scrolled molding in her childhood bedroom was a love letter from father to daughter, a warm tear rolled down her cheek. Its memory sweetened her sleeping dreams for years. And this final piece. Why my life is an endless loop of cliches. As a chronically clumsy individual, It is not uncommon for me to find myself stumbling over my words, ending up with my face flat on the floor from simply misspeaking. And whilst I lay there in phantom paralysis, my words are running around in circles like chickens with their heads cut off, creating havoc in my life. Sometimes they run and run until they tire themselves out. But there are times it seems like they've juiced themselves with Lance Armstrong steroids to turn my life into a Tour de France downhill leg, causing me to tumble, crashing against anyone close to my path of least resistance, resulting in a most messy domino effect situation that ends up looking like a tangled pile of spaghetti that must be carefully cut in several different places to untangle the tangled web I wove, in order for me to find any semblance of order, to find a way for me to find the right words, to right a wrong that didn't have to happen if only I had decided to think before I spoke. Thank you.
All right. No, thank you, man. How can people follow and support your work online?
I'll copy everything and put it in the chat. And this weekend, I am going to the Easton, Pennsylvania Book Festival, and I'll be performing there with Christopher Moore and Arson the Poet. It ought to be really wonderful. Thank you very much.
Very cool. Awesome. Yes. Thank you, Brian, everyone, and Alissimo. So for those uninitiated, sometimes through Zoom, sometimes performers have to like turn off their video to get to have a stronger Wi-Fi signal. Something a little hack we figured out back in the day, especially if your signal wasn't too strong, it just it's less data to send through online. So just as a heads up, for those of you who aren't familiar why that happened, but we got to see a little glimpse of Brian today, and that's always fun too. All right, we're going to go ahead and come back here to the Southwest, and we're going to take a pit stop in Horizon City for a magical musical moment. Someone that we haven't seen in a little while, and anytime she misses, it just feels like it's been too long. We definitely love when she comes by, not only online, but to our in-person shows. And she does have an album out that she recorded recently, The Journey Through, but you can find her music online. I will share that link with you guys on YouTube in just a moment, but let's go ahead and welcome back to the show, Lara Lynette. Hey, how you doing today?
Hey, Richie, thank you. Wow, what a glowing introduction. Thank you. Yeah, it's it's been a good week or weekend, and I have something new I'm going to share with you in a minute. But first, I'm going to do a cover song of a song I rediscovered this week that I just really, really love, and it kind of, in an odd way, fits in with my new song, but it's a little, or actually it's much more sad, and it's an old Don McLean song, and so I'll try it for you now. Wish me luck. Starry, starry night, paint your palette blue and gray. Look out on a summer's day with eyes that know the darkness in my soul. Shadows on the hills, sketch the trees and the daffodil. Catch the breeze and the winter chills in colors on the snowy linen land. Now I understand what you tried to say to me, how you suffered for your sanity, how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now. Starry, starry night, flaming flowers that brightly blaze. swirling clouds and violet haze, reflecting Vincent's eyes of china blue, colors changing who you. Morning fields of amber green, weathered faces lined in pain are soothed beneath the artist's loving hand. Now I understand what you tried to say to me, and how you suffered for your sanity, how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now, for they could not love you, but still your love was true. And when no hope was left in sight on that starry, starry night, you took your life as lovers often do. But I could have told you, Vincent, this world was never meant for one as beautiful as you. Starry, starry night, portraits hung in empty halls, frameless heads on nameless walls, with eyes that watch the world and can't forget, like the strangers that you've met. Ragged men in ragged clothes, silver thorn of bloody rose, life crushed beneath on the virgin snow. And now I think I know what you tried to say to me, how you suffered for your sanity, and how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they are not listening still. Perhaps they never will. Vincent, thank you. Okay. That got me shaking pretty good. Let me see, I wrote a song last week and I don't really know it yet, but I'm going to try it for you. I was really inspired by the right now the well, I'm not sure if this was the last weekend of the Albuquerque balloon fiesta that I got to attend many years back, and one of the things that that I really found so fun and delightful was how when the balloons would start their ascent, everybody on the ground was going ooh ah, and it was just an echo chamber of that sound. And then the eclipse happened this week, or this last week, and so this song is called it's a simple little ditty called Stargazing, and your part is the ooh, 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 and the ah part. All right. Stargazing. The day is done, the sun set. Tonight is a new moon, it's cooling off, not dark yet. It's gonna be a sky boom. Loungers out, I'm leaning back. It's time for some lazing, deep breath. breath in, I'm off the fast track. Bring on the stargazing, stargazing, stargazing. Ooh, 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 ah. Ooh, 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 ah. The summer's coming to an end. The night sky is glowing brightly. All those twinkling orbs do send my longing heart delighting, delighting. The day's done, the sunset. Tonight is the new moon. It's cooling off, not quite dark yet, but it's gonna be a sky boom. The lounges out, I am leaning back. It's time for some lazing. Deep breath in, I'm off the fast track. Bring on the stargazing, stargazing, stargazing. Ooh, 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 ah. Ooh, ooh, ah. Autumn starts its faithful change. The long dark descent begins. I'm locked into a starry gaze. My wounded spirit on the mend. Ooh, ah, the day is done, the sunset. Tonight is the new moon. It's cooling off, not quite dark yet, but it's gonna be a sky boom. My lounge is out and I'm leaning back. Time for some lazing. Deep breath in, I'm off the fast track. Let's bring on the stargazing, stargazing, stargazing. Ooh, 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 ah. Ooh, 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 oh, oh, ah. Yeah, ooh, ooh, stargazing, stargazing. That's it. Something like that. Thanks, guys.
Oh, awesome. Thank you, Laura. So how can people follow you online? You have that link, right? SoundCloud? Anything else?
SoundCloud. That I got my early music and some unpublished stuff on SoundCloud, and a link to Spotify, or you know how to get Spotify for the new album and everything. And I think it's on YouTube too. I need to find a tech wizard to help me get all my shit together. Anybody?
Yeah, maybe next time you come to one of the mics, we can show you. You know, with what you can help with. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know there's some things on. I have like a couple of YouTube videos up, and then the new CD I think is on YouTube also without videos. Thanks,
Gotcha.
Richie.
Yes, I
Thank
definitely
you,
will share those
everybody.
links.
I appreciate y'all so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Lara, Lynette, everyone. And yeah, it's I'm gonna echo Kit's sentiments in the chat. You know, you sound great on Zoom, even better live. And so we've had the pleasure of getting to hear you. And I do want to give a shout out. You know, part of this show is not just BWOMS stuff, but I want to highlight other stuff in the community. There's a singer-songwriter, Emily Davis. She's one of our friends. She's starting a listening series in El Paso called Limerence. And I believe her first event is this Saturday. So I'm going to copy. I'm going to share that info with you. I'll send you. I'll send you a message on Facebook. But yeah, for those of you who are interested in checking that out, just look at Emily Davis. She's a local singer-songwriter in El Paso, but she tours all around the world. And she's starting a music listening room kind of event. So that's kind of cool. And that's an event. I think it's supposed to be a dry thing. She's in Portland tonight. Oh, nice. Yeah, or maybe it's not this Saturday. I'll have to double check the date, but yeah, definitely. Emily's cool. I've worn her t-shirts in the past before, but anyway, I'll forward that to you, Lara. And if anyone watching wants to check it out, just follow Emily Davis. I think her band page is Emily Davis and the Murder Police.
I'm gonna come see you on Friday at the Craft Rhythm and Blues.
Oh, right on. Yes, that's a great one for acoustic and singer-songwriters. So it'd be great to have you. Kit will be hosting again, so that's exciting. Speaking of which, another perfect thread and segue, because it is not only our next performer, Mr. Monday Night, but it is also Mr. Birthday Man. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring up to the Zoom show. That's right, the one, the only Kit Wren. Take it away.
That's right. Thank you, Richie. Thank you, everyone. It's my birthday, so I'm gonna kick back, so to speak. I'm just gonna do 4 covers. I'm just gonna do my favorite poems. You've all heard them before if you watched all of these, which all of you have. All of you have done that. And if you haven't, you got some catching up to do. That's all I have to say. But yeah, these are just the 4 poems that by other people that I like performing the most. And I don't know, I hope I carry something with these writers with me, but you're not actually in control of what you do. But I'm going to start with Failing and Flying by Jack Gilbert. Everyone forgets that Icarus also flew. It's the same when love comes to an end, or the marriage fails and people say they knew it was a mistake. But everybody said it would never work, that she was old enough to know better. But anything worth doing is worth doing badly. Like being there by that summer ocean on the other side of the island while love was fading out of her, the stars burning so extravagantly. Those nights that anyone could tell you they would never last. Every morning she was asleep in my bed like a visitation. The gentleness in her like antelopes standing in the dawn mist. Each afternoon I watched her coming back through the hot stony field after swimming, the sea light behind her and the huge sky on the other side of that. Listened to her while we ate lunch. How can they say the marriage failed? Like the people who came back from Provence when it was Provence and said, it was pretty, but the food was greasy. I believe Icarus was not failing as he fell, but just coming to the end of his triumph. A Song on the End of the World by Czesław Miłosz. On the day the world ends, a bee circles a clover. A fisherman mends a glimmering net. Happy porpoises jump in the sea. And by the rain spout, young sparrows are playing, and the snake is gold-skinned, as it should always be. On the day the world ends, women walk through the fields under their umbrellas. A drunkard grows sleepy at the edge of a lawn. Vegetable peddlers shout in the street. The yellow-sailed boat comes nearer the island. The voice of a violin lasts in the air and leads into a starry night. And those who expected lightning and thunder are disappointed. And those who expected signs and archangels' trumps do not believe it is happening now. As long as the sun and the moon are above, as long as the bumblebee visits a rose, as long as rosy infants are born, no one believes it is happening now. only a white-haired old man who would be a prophet, yet is not a prophet, for he's much too busy, repeats while he binds his tomatoes. There will be no other end of the world. There will be no other end of the world. I actually took a workshop with this woman. The first line is The Deepest by Kim Adanitsia. I have been one acquainted with the spatula, the slotted, scuffed, Teflon-coated spatula that lifts a solitary hamburger from pan to plate, acquainted with the vibrator known as the pocket rocket, and the dildo that goes by Tex. And I have gone out a drunken bitch in order to ruin what love I have been given. And also I have measured out my life in little pills, Zoloft, Restoril, Celexa, Xanax. I have, for I am a poet, and it is my job, my duty, to know wherein lies the beauty of this degraded body. Or maybe it's the degradation in the beautiful body, the ugly me, groping back to my desk to piss on perfection, to lay my kiss of mortal confusion upon the mouth of infinite wisdom. My kiss says razors and pain. My kiss says America is charged with the madness of God. Sundays too, the soldiers get up early and put on their fatigues into blue black day, black milk, black gold, Texas tea. Into the valley of Halliburton rides the infantry. Why does 1 month have to be the cruelest? Can't they all be equally cruel? I have seen the best gamers of your generation joysticking their M1 tanks through the sewage-filled streets. Whose world this is, I think I know. And we're going to close with The Kingfisher by Mary Oliver. The kingfisher rises out of the black wave like a blue flower. In his beak, he carries a silver leaf. I think this is the prettiest world as long as you don't mind a little dying. How could there be a day in your whole life that doesn't have its splash of happiness? There are more fish than there are leaves on 1,000 trees, and anyway, the kingfisher wasn't born to think about it or anything else. When the wave snaps shut over his blue head, the water remains water. Hunger is the only story he has ever heard in his life that he could believe. I don't say he's right. Neither do I say he's wrong. Religiously, he swallows the silver leaf with its broken red river, and with a rough and easy cry I couldn't rouse out of my thoughtful body if my life depended on it, he swings back over the bright sea to do the same thing, to do it as I long to do something, anything, perfectly. Right. Well, and I am turning 30 for the 6th time this year. I will not be answering any follow-up questions, but you can find me on Instagram at Kit Runaway, at the desiccated husk of Twitter at Kit Talk Sports. I'm on Blue Sky at Kit Runaway, and I have 3 invite codes if you want one. It's cool, it's hip. And let me talk to you for a second about the Tumblewords Project, a generative writing workshop that meets every Saturday at 1 o'clock Mountain. And this week, it's going to be Maria Perez as our host. She has a workshop about architects cooked up for us. It's sure to be a fun time. Maria's been going to Tumbleworks since 2009. She knows the ins and outs of how we work pretty well. It's going to be a great workshop. The week after that, it'll be Raquel Mejia with our annual Day of the Dead presentation. I still need to wrangle titles for November, but November's going to be cool too. with people such as Mike Sindler, who you saw earlier tonight, with Bill Sparks and Kelly McAllister, and our partnership with NaNoWriMo will continue for the second year. But that's all from me. We'll take you back to your esteemed host. Wait, I got to plug one more thing. I had to plug the live event I'm going to be doing this Friday at Craft Rhythm and Brews. Next Thursday, the last Thursday, it'll be me and Fernando holding it down at Old Sheepdog Brewery. And next week at this very YouTube channel, we're going to give Richie a little break. We're going to let me handle it and just let him relax for a bit. But that's in the future. Can't relax now. In fact, you're up.
Happy birthday.
Great segue. Yeah, once again, happy birthday, Kit. Sandy says happy birthday as well on the YouTube live chat. We had Sandy, we have Juan as well checking out the YouTube live stream. What's up, guys? Good to have you here. All right, Julian was here earlier, I think, too, checking it out. So thank you, Kit. As he mentioned, check out Tumble Awards and all the upcoming events. Yes, next Monday, Kit will be hosting the online one, which is always great to have a little reprieve now and then. I figured that would be a good date because, yeah, it's a busy week. I had a show yesterday. Tonight is the online mic. I have one tomorrow, Tuesday. I have one on Thursday. I have one on Friday. I have something on Saturday. So it's needless to say, it'll be nice to have a little break on Monday after such a busy week. But we're going to go ahead and keep going. Once again, everyone, welcome to our online mic. We're here every Monday. If you do want to join us, we do have a link in the description, I think, where you can sign up. Actually, I haven't put that on yet. Whoops. But it'll be there. So we still have a little bit of room. We've had a couple people that have joined us since then, so our list is a little longer. But we're going to go ahead and keep going. We're going to go ahead and come from El Paso to the West Coast, and we're going to stop in San Francisco for the 1-2 punch, starting off with Mercedes, who's joining us. Yes. Hey, welcome back. Good to have you.
Thank you, Richie.
Yeah.
Okay. All righty. I actually wrote 3 Shakespearean sonnets today, but I'm just going to read one of those tonight, and then I'm going to read maybe 2 or 3 other ones that I've read before, but also Shakespearean sonnets, because apparently I really like that form. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking about including in a book of poetry if I get up the nerve to publish it. The working title is Widow Mistress. Okay. All right. So I never thought I'd love a married man, waste my time on someone who is taken. To be a mistress never was my plan. Thought that my resolve could not be shaken. Then quite by chance you came into my life, or was it destiny that brought you here? When I discovered you still have a wife, I'd already begun to hold you dear. I wonder how our love story will end, as I sit writing poems of love to you. I guess the final chapter will depend on whether what we're saying now is true. While waiting to see how things will play out, the fact that I love you is not in doubt. All right. And here's one that I've read. I think I've only read this one time, but this also would be in that book. Playing second fiddle does not suit me, as long as I still have a shred of pride. I have already played that role, you see, and still remember all the tears I cried. I made a vow that I would cry no more if I did not have primacy of place. I threw away the mask that I once wore, refused to hide the sadness on my face. If taking me for granted is your style, expect to feel my ardor for you cool. If I give you an inch, don't take a mile, for I will not be taken for a fool. Nobody likes to feel like second best. Please show me I'm esteemed above the rest. Okay, and then here's one that I kind of wrote with our friend Brian in mind about the cats. It's time to write a poem about the cats, a trio of felines who share this space. They lie around the house like furry mats. Each one of them has such a pretty face. Callie is a Maine Coon, soft and silky. Like a queen, she has a regal bearing. Mickey is quite shy, one eye looks milky. Found alone one night, she now knows caring. Like a small panther, Maxie's black and sleek. At any hour you might find him dining. He loves to rub his head against your cheek. Climbs up on Dad's chest when he's reclining. All three of them are special in their way. Sweet creatures who add joy to every day. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. I love it. I love it. The sonnet, yeah, that's a good form. You know, I think everyone's got it right. You can spend some time working on crafting a sonnet every now and then. Pretty cool stuff. Thank you, Mercedes. And we're gonna go ahead and come back to the same Zoom screen and welcome back our next performer, Dane Ince, who's the author of Destiny Murder Pulp Poems. Got a cool trailer that we got to view last week to promote it. Here we go, Dane. Good to have you.
Yeah, it's good to be here. Thank you, Richie. Thank you to everybody in El Paso. You are the hub of the universe. I have several pieces. Anyway, so let me just start. 40 dead babies. Is there nothing to do? One dead baby just screams in paradise. 2 dead babies. Who thought up this evil? 3 dead babies build a wall of hate. 4 dead babies. Men did this. Men do this. 5 dead babies. Is this what you bargained for? 6 dead babies. Who is left to mourn? 7 dead babies. What is vengeance for? 8 dead babies. Flowed the blood from our mouths. 10 dead babies. Sandpaper tears. 11 dead babies. We are aflame with hate. 12 dead babies. Was that your evil plan? 13 dead babies. Are you happy now with what you have brought? 14 dead babies. The world will turn against you. 15 dead babies. Everyone fights to save their babies. 16 dead babies. We are heartbroken. 17 dead babies. We are beyond lava anger. 18 dead babies. Beyond supernova hate. 19 dead babies. All the cooing to mothers, silent. 21 dead babies, laughing and giggles gone. 22 dead babies, silent. 23 dead babies, killed, mothers sobs, silent. 24 dead babies, where have the dreams gone? 25 dead babies, whether comet or asteroid. 26 dead babies, beautiful to behold. 27 dead babies, deadly when you crash into their orbit. 28 dead babies, you can kill anything, everything. 29 dead babies, you will never win. 30 dead babies, you have lost your soul. 31 dead babies, we mourn. 32 dead babies, we say Kaddish. 33 dead babies, we pray. 34 dead babies, we will find our peace. 35 dead babies, their memory will be a blessing. 36 dead babies, we will find joy again. 37 dead babies, we will live free from fear. 38 dead babies, we have lost the future. 39 dead babies, we have lost the past. 40 dead babies, we will forgive, but we will never forget. Ankas. This would be our home. I watch you brush your hair here. Waking up with you, the world's terrors fall away. You release me at moonrise. Imagination, crystal ball, surprise, no lying next to you, lovely. Seer's prediction misses all the heat and light, lover. We are entangled, legs and arms and fingers clasped, living in this love. It's a wonderland dream. Through coldest winter we live. I have a woman. She's right here next to me. We have good loving. Every day I see her smile. She sends me like no other. This is last piece was inspired by a map that Brian Franco posted, you asked for some small piece of heaven. Here, take this shovel of sand, this bucket of salt water, make the best of it. On that windy red granite tour, on the shadeless Tolman, make your home. Farm these fields of gravel under deep stars tonight. Eat stone soup. Thank you.
All right, Dan, anything you want to promote really quick, share about your events?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Time to arrive tomorrow. The feature will be George Wallace. Then the week after that, Michael Sindler is going to be the host, and he will be featuring a Scottish poet, Finn Hall. So I'll put my stuff in the chat. Thank you very much, Richie.
Yeah, I'm not that much of a poet, but Finn Hall is freaking fantastic. So come
Cool.
to see him.
Right on. Thank you for that. Awesome. So that is our back-to-back San Francisco Poets Poetry Corner. I love it. Definitely be on lookout for that show that was mentioned. And let's go ahead. We're actually going to go to Julian Matthews in Malaysia. Let's see, Julian. Let's get you on the screen. How are you today? Good to see you.
Hi. Share screen.
Yeah, it's good to go.
Mhm. Okay. Sorry. Meme maker, make me a meme. Oh, internet of many memes and other sappy affirmation or morsel of toxic positivity. I cringe, whinge and whine. I scroll, you roll. I rock, you reel. I time kill, you buzzkill. I look for shiny glory. You send me sober stories. I look for sunny, beaming faces. You pop heartache, war, and grief into my stream. Let me know life is not all it seems, even on make-believe screens. This dang thing in my hand, this discomforting opinion maker, this compelling repository of reductive reasoning, propelling a tiny stream of my own down one cheek, as if I was slicing onions. Another one, I can find it. The next one is called Map to Your Heart. Map to your heart. It's been a while since you used me. You relied on me whenever you got lost, needed directions, was scrambling or late. Now I sit in this cold cavern, this gloveless glove compartment, loveless as the half-used box of 3-ply masks. Your map of old that you abandoned for the mobile apps of new. I even missed the way you got so mad, trying to fold me back this way and that, and never got it right. I have all the creases to show for it. There's more a trauma for you than a trauma for me. I never once complained. I knew where to draw the line. It didn't matter how you faulted me, only that I was useful. A 2D representation of your 3D world, one dimension less. One dimension less, but many more colorful facets, solid lines, curved contours, and straight up and up grids. My border and boundaries clearly demarcated. I never talked back, never told you you have arrived when you hadn't, or castigated you to take U-turns you didn't want to, or said recalculating in such a condescending way. I never tracked your comings and goings. It was always just between you and me. I was discreet and private that way. What lies on the map stays on the map. The last time you pulled me out was when you lost internet connection and your battery was weak. You pulled over and found me, and I was so thrilled to be touched again, fondled by your warm hands like an old friend. You read me easily, just like remembering to ride a bicycle or tie a shoelace, and I got you to the destination on time. I was happy to be of service finally. You didn't fold me right though again, but I didn't mind. To think you're so good at origami once. Kids are natural folders. Adults can't seem to shape the unfolding of their lives very well. It's an animal they wrestle with every day of their crumpled creased lives, never being able to tell the mountain from the valley folds. Forgetting that no matter where you go, wherever you end up, or even when you think you really have arrived, you'll always still need a guide, a chart, something tangible, someone you can hold on to, like a reliable map to point you in the right direction and show you the way. Thank you.
All right. Hey, thank you, Julian. I love as always, the multimedia presentation there. Yeah, give it up one more time. And if you want to follow him, Facebook, Julian Matthews, as it said there in the name. And I hope I'm not forgetting anything. If I do, just definitely share the link in there and I'll forward it to YouTube as well. All right, so keeping the night going, we're going to go ahead and continue on. We're going to go from Malaysia to Washington, D.C., where Mr. Ed Poetastic is back on the scene. That's right. Feeling fantastic on his Monday night. The one, the only Ed Poetastic. Take it away, my friends. Good to see you. Hold on. We're not getting audio out of you.
Oh, that rhymed. Sorry. Thank you for making me feel every color but blue. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to push on through. And thank you. My name is Ed Potastical, feeling fantastic. Please take time to enjoy my rhyme, thoughtful, sublime. But first, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Kit. Sorry. Happy birthday to you. Woohoo! Oh, happy birthday, Kit, and many more. Hope all your dreams and hopes come true. But anyway, my name is Ed Potastical, feeling fantastic. Please gonna tell me to enjoy my rhyme, thoughtful, sublime. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 9 jokes and 3 poems, so I won't take too much time. The first joke is, what does a spy do when he is cold? He goes undercover. How does the moon cut his hair? Eclipse it. When do computers overheat? When they need to vent. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. If athletes get athlete's foot, what do elves get? Mistletoes. What's brown and sticky? A stick. What do you call a sad cup of coffee? Desperado. How did the telephone propose to his girlfriend? He gave her a ring. And last but not least, what did the cucumber say to the pickle? You mean a great deal to me. All right, I got I got 4. I got 2 short ones and 2 kind of semi-long ones. I won't take too much time. The first one is my first poem that I created at Tumble Words. This is called A Wise Sparrow. A wise sparrow, squawking without end. Should I follow? You're not enemy or a friend. Nonsense, you bellow. Many words without end. I don't want to be hollow. Here I go yet again. Listen to someone so shallow. Speak with two-faced grin. You're more toxic than tobacco. It's the same story over again. Even your shadows have shadows. You speak freely, but you don't transcend. Yeah, I'm not going to simply follow your crazy logic I can't comprehend. You're a mysterious drink I can't swallow. I know a few shrinks I can recommend. Thank you. Okay. I got the other one. This is from our wonderful Marines workshop. This is called Fear. Fear, we all have it. Every single thing. It's not a clutch or a habit. Hope still proudly sings. Don't be broken or split. You're a human being. You're taking scars or hits, even taking a few stings. Don't let fear transmit your life thinking and swinging. Don't be stuck in your pit. It's not weighing or clinging. Don't quit from scary shit. This is only the beginning. You're whatever you emit. Your life is slightly thinning. If you stay in fear, how can you see true grit? The earth will keep on spinning. Please just commit to admit. Here's a motto: just keep swimming. Please end the inner conflict. No more sinking because your fear is disappearing. Thank you. And I got a fair one. This is called They Have Landed. To the American people, there's a landed, look advanced and evil. Oh my God, look heavy-handed. Quick coming down. UFOs come in the skies. They don't make any sounds. Oh my God, the dark's in their eyes. They look skinny and frail. They don't meet our leader. I'd say more, but I mean Taco Bell. Oh my God, they paid a meter. They seem to be doing the moonwalk. There's some stellar moves. Oh my God, they can stand and talk over bonk and approve. It appears that God moved on towards them. Oh my, the Confederate flag. Oh my God, looks American and dim. Let's pray he doesn't brag. He said, we don't like your kind here. Oh my God, the gray alien has ready his blaster. Oh my God, man, cover your rear. It's like a huge disaster. I know what you're thinking. I'm not doing a freaking thing. My patience is shrinking. The gray alien temper held by a string. The gray alien blasted to the sky. Dim Jim ran and hide. I feel like I almost died. What a crazy little ride. Out of the sky came Godzilla. Now Brittany's stopping the boat. Why couldn't it be Get Up the Gorilla? Oh no, everybody scream and shout. Everybody's panicking. Oh boy, what can go wrong? Oh no, King Kong, aka the Monkey King. He looks cranky and strong. There seemed to be a man with a billboard. It reads, Kong vs. Godzilla, face your bets. Oh my God, people come in herds. Hey, on Kong, everything is here including my vest. There's something related, but send cash my cash app. My life is there just like you. Come on, social love, where is that? I want to order something for Jumbo Joe's. I know I should be scared, but who doesn't want to get rich? Go to Gecko, go Kong. Make that giant gecko your bitch. Oh yeah, come to Gong. Godzilla vs. the Kong. God, why'd I buy popcorn? Come on, you big ape. Don't take too long. Siri, I said how to make popcorn, not porn. King Kong swing Godzilla around, nearby Skelly's tail. It's like one big freaking merry-go-round. And straight there, kill. Kong ain't for electric rails. Sorry about that. Godzilla's getting angry. Oh my God, so it's coming for his mouth. Oh my God, here coming Tom Frank. No, sorry. Here coming Tom Bob Frankly. It's like me eating a plate of Brussels sprouts. Godzilla breathing a huge bang. Mr. King Kong by a hair. Oh, I know, just steam. Godzilla, that was shit out unfair. Wait, where are they staring at? Billboard for drills and billboard for donuts and burritos. Don't stand there, look at that. That's not funny. Oh my God, I'm gonna explode. Oh my God, God just gave me the finger. I need a giant robot ASAP. You big green cold-blooded stinger. I can't believe I saw that. And they're holding hands. They'll probably get something to eat. I don't really understand. We're up to the brawling heat. Don't go away. I bet everything on you. I pray on this day. Hope my critters go higher than the moon. We're up to the great aliens. And Santa says, Earthlings, I owe you. Oh my God, someone's chaos has transcended. What are you possibly going to do? Thank you. And I got one more in for store for an encore. This is called Knock Knock. Knock Knock. Who, what, when, where? Knock. Who's there? Knock. Should I care? Knock knock. Do I dare? Knock knock. Dang it, the sun's glare. Knock knock. Yes, I can hear. I'm aware. Knock knock. I do not that swear. Knock knock. I don't need prayer. Knock knock. My house doesn't need repair. Knock knock. I don't need cookware. Knock, knock. I don't need another armchair. Knock, knock. I'm losing my hair. Knock, knock. I don't have money to spare. Knock, knock. I know life isn't fair. Knock, knock. Oh my God, I'm in a nightmare. Knock, knock. Are you a grizzly bear? Knock, knock. Only in my underwear. Knock, knock. Please, please be air. Knock, knock. Have nothing to share. Knock, knock. This isn't a daycare. Knock, knock. Yes, I'm here. Are you still there? Thank you so much.
Awesome. I'm always so impressed with the They Have Landed voice. Like, that's crazy. Like, I would not be able to do that long, that voice. How can people follow and support you online, Ed?
Well, you can follow me by coming to this wonderful open mic that makes our money life so light in the wonderful protected spotlight. All right. But if you follow me, please feel free. My Facebook Eddie Foreman and my IG is Eddie Foreman 92. And never forget, always remember that if the mic is right, I'll be there to sell fantastic insight. All right. But if you send me a request, if you take yes, the answer is yes. Hope everyone stay healthy, safe, and blessed. Now stop speaking the wonderful words inside your chest. Now stop feeling being your best. And now stop forgetting that you are loved from above, like a baby dove.
Oh man, Ed's got bars for days. Appreciate you, man. Thanks so much for coming on and sharing not just your hilarious jokes, but your awesome poems that just kind of go all over the place. I love it. And that voice, I think I mentioned it before, but it reminds me of that old school. What's that old school? I mean, it just depends when you grew up, but it's around my time. The little clay or Play-Doh character, Mr. Bill, would always get like smashed or destroyed in some way, and he always had that panicky voice. It reminds me of that one so much. You guys remember Mr. Bill? Throw flames in the chat. Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, all that stuff. All right. Thank you, Ed, for joining us. Good memories. Okay, we got a couple more performers signed up right now. So once again, welcome to the online mic. We're going to go from Washington, D.C. back to the West Coast and Los Angeles, where it's a couple hours earlier, at least for him. Let's go ahead and time for Class B in session. It's time for another Tez Talk. That's right. It's time for Mr. Tesosomo. Take it away, my friend.
All right, Richie. How you been? Good.
Good. Thank
All
you.
right. Folks that follow me on Instagram under Gaseous2019. Happy birthday, kid. Many more. And many more beers, too. 24-pack. Una kawama for you. Do they have peanut butter kawama? I don't know. We'll have to see.
This is a funnel cake ale from Community.
That's good. All right. I'm going to do a scene from On the Footsteps of Fire. We have 4 characters now. We have Coyote, Roadrunner, Condor, California Condor named Moloco, and then we're gonna meet Mr. Tlacuatzin, the Mr. Possum, and this is at the mid. If you're familiar with LA, it's in between where Fort Tejon is. It's called the Matquel Forest Steep. It's right in the middle where there's a little bit of where they took all the native people and they put them in a fort there and they starved them out. In kind of words. So exterior Matapquel Forest Steep night. The fellowship settles into a much deserved rest time, but they become overwhelmed with anticipation to finally meet Tlacuatzin. Ashka. Mr. Kuko, I'm losing confidence that this was a good idea. Is this one of your loony grifts? Like that constant story that some tropical bird stole your feathers and that a bunch of other birds gave you their spare feathers so you wouldn't wander naked through the roads looking to find your original beautiful feathers? Poo-Poo starts to twitch, that's the Roadrunner, with anger. Well, Mr. Trickster, beep beep, you coyote, you're a trickster, but you're not very good at it. You're like a child who only knows one trick, and it's getting old. You're always trying to catch me, but I'm too fast for you. You're always trying to outsmart me, but I'm too clever for you. You're always trying to humiliate me, but I'm too confident for you. And why do you pick on my feathers? They're beautiful. The medicine people use them on their talking sticks to slow things down. They're unique. Moloko sits by Coyote and Roadrunner as they bicker about each other. He waits patiently for Tlacuatzin to show up, but he can't help but overhear their conversation. His head bounces from one to the other. Ashka. You are so slow, Poo-Poo. Ashka sneers. Poo-Poo. At least I'm not a coyote. Coyotes are so stupid. They'll chase anything that moves. Ashka. Oh, yeah, well, at least coyotes aren't so ugly that they look like they're wearing a mask. Poo-Poo. At least I'm not so skinny that I look like I'm starving to death. Moloko shakes his head. Moloko. You two, you're like a pair of old bickering grandparents. Moloko turns to Coyote and Roadrunner, not amused. Moloko. You two should be careful. If you're not careful, I might just eat both of you. Coyote and Roadrunner look at each other in surprise. Then they both start laughing. Ashka, you're not going to eat us. You're a condor. Condors don't eat roadrunners or coyotes. Poo-Poo, that's right. Condors only eat carrion. Moloko smiles. Oh, but that's the ironic part. At the rate you two bickering old oaks are going, there may be some carrion at the end of this. Coyote and Roadrunner stop laughing. They look at each other. To their rescue, a poachy possum walks into their camp. Tlacuatzin, the poachy possum, saunters into the grapevine forest steep, his belly swinging from side to side. He's a big possum with a long, mangy tail, webbed feet, and a grin that stretches from ear to ear. He's also a bit of a slob. His fur is matted and dirty, and his ears are full of leaves, ticks, and twigs. He doesn't care, though. He's a possum, and possums don't care about appearances. Tlacuatzin walks up to Coyote, Roadrunner, and Moloko, and he gives them a big, toothy grin. Piyali no yo ankime. I greet you, my travelers. Cualtito tlayowa. Good evening. Ashka rolls his eyes. Ashka. Oh, great. It's the poachy possum. Tlacuatzin. Asok wel achi na nitomawa. Perhaps a little heavy. Niklakwa miek awakwaktomat. I eat a lot of acorns. Possum scans the travelers and registers disappointment on their faces. Tlacuatzin. Quish ashkan in paki in chis istok. Perhaps you all are not happy to see me. Poo-Poo. We have come a long way to looking for you. We have been stuck here waiting for you, so might as well join us. Tlacuatzin sits down next to Coyote and Roadrunner. He looks at Moloko. Tlacuatzin. Tlen motoka itewa I chipol titotopol. What is your name, big belly, big bird? Moloko. I'm Chumash, California condor. I'm just waiting for all of you to die so I can eat your corpses. Tlacuatzin possum laughs. Ashkana titlacuase to wanting to tlacuatzinemi to tlalichtik. You're not going to eat us. We're possums. Possums are tough for even condors to eat. Moloko. Oh, really? Well, let's see about that. It's been days since I've been scavenged the landscape. Moloko stands up and spreads his wings big and wide. He opens his beak and lets out a loud screech. Tlacuatzin and Coyote and Roadrunner look up at Moloko and their eyes widen in fear. They've never seen a fully extended condor up close before, and they are terrified. And we'll stop here this episode. All right, and then I'm gonna do the carrot or stick option. ain't gonna worry about tomorrow. I'm gonna let every day stand on its own. I ain't gonna worry about tomorrow. Gonna let every day stand on its own. You know, tomorrow'll still be here, and we could all be dead and gone. I ain't gonna worry about you, baby. I ain't gonna worry no more. I ain't gonna worry about you, baby. Oh, Lord, Lord, I ain't gonna worry no more. Seems like you don't want me, woman, and I know I got to go. I know that I got to go. Yes, I do. I ain't gonna worry about you, baby, no more. You know that I've done paid my due. I ain't gonna worry about you, baby. Now you know I'm done paid my due. And now that you don't want me, baby, it's just me, my guitar, and the blues. I ain't gonna worry about you, baby. Oh, Lord, Lord, I'm not gonna worry about you. I caught you. I got to walk on with my pride, woman. It's just me, my guitar, and the blues. It's just me, my guitar, and the blues. Thank
Love
you
it,
all.
man. My bad. Take it away.
No, just folks can again, follow me on Substack under tesosomok.substack.com, and lots of interesting stories, lots of test talks, and I'm super close to finishing this this Paso on the footsteps of fire. So hopefully, I'll get that done. It's kind of been haunting me to get it done too. So, and I got a bunch of other the stuff that I'm working on. This stuff with the war is kind of traumatic. The
Yeah.
thresholds of stochastic terror intensify, and there's lots of stuff to write. Some critical stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right.
Thank
Well,
you.
we're gonna see your journey. Thank you, Tez. Gash 2019. He mentioned at the top of this top of his set. Thanks for making it out, for sharing not just your piece but also the song. It's always great to have some songwriting as well here at these shows. Again, we're here every Monday. If you guys want to join us next week, just be on the lookout for the sign up sheet. I do post it on our social media. On Facebook, I make an event page for every single online mic. Each one is individual and each one has its own specific link. So usually the date is on there. Dan, we got to get you up next, okay? All right. What else? Do I want to say about that really quick? We do use Linktree. So Linktree is kind of like a nice one link to gather the rest of our links, On top of that, we have a link to our calendar, Google Calendar, that you can subscribe to, as well as our Facebook event page, which also I update again each and every single event. All right, Dan, we need you to come up pretty soon because it's the end of the show and it's you. We can't really be stalling. I can't stall. I don't want to stall, honestly. Again, this week we do have 3 live events. So if you're in the El Paso area, come check us out. Starting tomorrow, Tuesday, downtown at Mona Bar of Modern Art. For all, pretty much we're going to be downtown every Tuesday now, either at Mona Bar or Rosewood. For the most part, we're alternating. But so far, we've kind of had to make adjustments here and there. So just kind of, again, I post individual flyers on our Instagram page. In fact, yes, I have 3 flyers to post. That's tomorrow is Mona Bar. Thursday, we're going to be at Capri. It's going to be our poetry night. Sign up starts at 7 p.m. And it is also the debut of, I think, just to kind of promote more writing, more work, and maybe even giving people something, giving people a chance to have something to read at the open mic. That night is we're going to have a writing workshop. So to kick it off is, since he's always there, is Fernando is going to lead it off. And then I think each month we'll just invite a guest from the community to maybe lead that workshop. But it will be more of a communal thing, just doing some writing, sharing what we wrote, sharing ideas, and having something to read during that time. So that's Thursday at Capri, and Friday, again, we're going to be at Craft Rhythm and Brews, 1301 Texas. That is our musician, our singer and songwriter and poet night. So that noise makes it seems like Dan is ready. Yeah, we're getting ready. So thank you guys for sticking around with us all throughout the night. As always, we're going to have our closer, which means it's time to bring up Dan, the man, the right-hander. Yo, Dan, what's up? Hey, your mic is messed up, Dan. We're not really hearing you.
Yeah, you got it short there. Unplug it, plug it back in. Jiggle the wire.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go. No, can't hear you now.
They can't.
It's still messing up, Dan.
Prop it up on that coffee cup, next to the pencil holder.
It still doesn't sound. I think it's something. It's something with your wire. It's not. It's a little messed up.
You have a short in the wire.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't move. Nope.
Hey, Kit.
Nope. Every time you move, it goes back.
Dan, what are you using? So, yeah, your audio is not working. You're using your phone, right? Or your computer? Your phone. Are you using a mic on your phone or something? Or is that just, or did you drop your phone? Maybe it's not. It keeps messing up, so we can't really hear you at all. All right, let's see if this works.
Hear me now.
Keep talking.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, go ahead and keep talking. Sound check. So keep checking your voice.
Okay.
Sounds good so far.
All right. Okay, let's do this again. Again, happy birthday, Kit. Yep. I have to admit, I still trying to hear every single bunch of it. Yep. And do not call Kit Pennywise, like from the movie It. Yeah. Yeah. So don't even think I'll get on Get. Yep. I sit and I right here, standing here in skit. And yep, so it's all the wit and popping of it. Yep, so don't you get today is the day of Kit. Bit. Well, I used nothing. Well, how about a cake or a banana split? Well, I used to eat those a long time ago. Don't forget it. No, there is no first aid kit for diabetes. Just throw a fit. So it's one big delivery. Well, I know the birthdays are unidentified like a bottomless pit. Well, only the days some can omit, some not. Well, there's always the mess kit. Yeah. So well, have to work to submit. Well, I don't know what the movie, but it's kind of a smash hit. It's kind of like a tight fit. But yeah, we need to set a barbecue pit for our birthday, the birthday end of the hour kit. Yeah. Well, don't quit. It's poetry. We never quit. That's poetry bit by bit. Always the estimate. And yes, we are graduates. Don't say happy birthday, kid. No doubt about it. What do y'all think? Hello? Hello?
We're giving thumbs up on the screen. You gotta look for us. We're giving thumbs up.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Okay, here it is. Read it and weep it. But yeah, Twitter's now X, but I'm just catching up on Instagram. But most importantly, find Dan the Man's Weekly on YouTube. So don't forget the hashtag. Yeah, so I'm in the middle of catching up. So just hang tight. Yeah, it's all right. It's the nighttime, but just hang tight. I'm trying to catch up with all the might. So, all right. Thanks a lot, everybody. You have a great night. And back to you, Richie. Let's go ahead and call it a night. And happy birthday, kid. No doubt about it.
Alrighty then. Cool. What's up, everyone? That is the conclusion of our. Hold on, let me check. Sometimes people do sign up. No, okay, we're good. Hey, we're here every Monday, so if you want to join us next Monday, definitely come by. We would love to have you. I'm gonna mute you down because you're making a lot of noise. All right. I gotta check how many times I have to do that. But once again, thanks for tuning into our online mic. Great to have you guys. Follow us online, check us out in person, and we'll see you next Monday. Again, shout out to all those who stuck around, and if you're watching during the week, good to have you here. Again, if you're an EPCC student looking for the Tejano passport, shoot me a message. You can find me. Just look me up on right there. You type my name in to the EPCC directory. My email should pop up. If not, you can also just message the Barbed Open Mic Series social media. You can also find me on Instagram at Deadwall Reveries. We got plenty of stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks. Also, I forgot to, I didn't forget to mention, but again, this Thursday at Capri, we're going to have a writing workshop that starts at 7. We're going to go from 7 to 8:20. After that, we'll go ahead and open up a poetry only open mic. Well, poetry and prose, spoken word night. We'll just say that spoken word night at Capri, come through. And then again, singer-songwriter, poets, storytellers, Friday at Craft Rhythm and Brews. My name is Richie. See you guys next time for the online mic. Peace.